probably heard that AI is coming for our jobs. But AI isn't learning how to do those jobs on its own. It's being trained by humans. Companies are hiring highly skilled professionals for part-time gigs.
We hire domain experts to apply their real-world expertise to help train AI models.
And there's serious money involved. Surge AI reported more than $1 billion in revenue in 2024. Some experts doing the training can earn up to $220 an hour. I'm still an undergrad, no PhD, but I'm pretty interested in exploring this relatively unknown, multi-billion-dollar industry. So I'm gonna try to get a gig as an expert AI trainer myself.
Hi Sam, my name is...
Take to the streets to hear from the people.
My heartbeat is gonna set me apart every time from AI.
Meet the founder of one of these data labs and a doctor doing this training to get their insider perspectives. Are they really helping to build better tools, or are they training their own AI replacements? Let's find out.
At Micro1, we hire domain experts to apply their real-world expertise to help train AI models. Successful candidates work remotely with very flexible opportunities on projects that contribute to AI and LLM training.
So I am on the expert opportunity page. I'm not really an expert in anything, but I'm going to try and find a gig training AI. Definitely surprised by just the abundance of opportunities on here. We have English speaking generalist. I hope I can do this. Legal specialist. I like Judge Judy.
You're a moron, so's your mother.
Chemical safety and toxicology expert. Military operations and IHL expert. Ominous. Child and online safety expert. That's important. Hebrew transcription expert. I am sorry, Dad, I should have gone to Hebrew school. Kind of remarkable that there are so many opportunities for people with PhDs. For $90 an hour, they could be training an LLM in their given field. I found a role as an image evaluation generalist.
What is that?
No prior experience in AI is required. This is big. Your domain knowledge is what matters. What are you an expert in?
Computers.
I can tell you anything and everything you need to know about My Little Pony.
Physics, kind of. Pokemon.
Student learning, how learners learn. Rapping, etc.
Taking what's mine, but pissing on the rest.
Card games, video games.
I mean, I got my PhD in robotics.
Pigeon-shaped robots.
Nuclear weapons and policy.
Intersection of like AI and policy and healthcare.
Skateboarding.
A lot of shove, not too much pop.
Guessing clouds.
PhD labor specifically is being used to train highly specialized AI models. Do you ever worry an AI could do this?
AI can't do the fucking thing I do.
No.
AI can never recreate the human spirit.
Yeah, I think you could close that loop, you know, maybe in like a few years.
I'm from the land of piss and pop, body drop, ghetto birds and po-po, silhouette up against the wall, red and blue like flash. I grabbed the cash and I ran Uncle Sam, tried to put the gun in my hand, but that, I don't even pay taxes.
Can't replicate our creativity.
True.
Is AI encroaching on the like My Little Pony like OC space?
Yeah.
There's not like a variable or like some type of like quantitative measure that encompasses creativity that you can just give to an LLM to recreate. So I don't think that's ever going to be an issue.
Well, in Pokemon, it has more likely.
My heartbeat is gonna set me apart every time from AI.
In terms of managing students, supporting students, really offering the student experience, what it can be in terms of belonging and diversity, I don't think a machine can operate in that human capacity.
60% of the folks we surveyed said they didn't believe AI could take their job. 28% believed AI could potentially take their job, with another 12% saying maybe. If nothing else, I'm pretty sure Bird Dude's job is safe. Now, back to me trying to get that Micro1 gig.
Please note that the recording of your AI interview will be saved and may be shared with recruiters and hiring managers for potential opportunities.
Terrifying. This is for the role of image evaluation generalist. I'd be getting paid $20 to $30 an hour. In this role, you'll apply your expertise to train the next generation AI systems. Wow. It says that this interview is going to take 48 minutes. I don't know how that could possibly be true.
Hi Sam, my name
Hello.
is Zara. Hi Sam, my name is Zara. I'm an AI recruiter at Micro1.
Hi, Zara.
Thank you for joining the interview. Are you ready to jump into the rest of the interview?
Oh, I'm so ready. I've never been more ready for
Are you ready
anything.
to jump into the rest of the interview?
She's
Are you
trying
ready
her
to jump
best.
into the rest of the interview?
Yes, I'm ready.
Thank you. Are you ready to jump into the rest of the interview?
Once I got out of AI hell, the interview did go a bit smoother, and we got into some specifics about my role as an image evaluation generalist. And of course, this is the process. You find edge cases, you find a pattern in the edge cases, you come up with a new analytic, and then you look for new edge cases.
What are the top 3 checks you do first before looking for subtle defects?
Make sure that the resolution is adequate. Make sure that the...
Thanks, Sam. In your call.
Honestly, it's hard to judge how my interview is going.
Always thinking about pass and fail thresholds, defect taxonomy, reviewer consistency. Those are my 3 big ones for sure. And a little ball knowledge here. I read the suggestions that Zara gave me and I just repeated them back to her. So that's been my strategy so far.
Consistently applicable parameters are exactly what reduces subjectivity.
Now, the last step is an 18-minute exercise.
This is the big test. I have 18 minutes to analyze a photo of a pair of white running shoes on a white background using the rubric they provided me.
Overall image quality score, I'm giving this a 5. I have spent a lot of my life on Depop, on Grailed. This is money. I might buy these.
48 minutes later, and I'm done with the AI interview.
Get back to you with a decision in 3 days.
While I wait to officially hear back about the side gig, I connect with Micro1's founder and CEO, and UC Berkeley alum, Ali Ansari.
AI is trained on the internet as a whole. There's this massive data set that humanity has been creating, that is the internet. It is essentially a lot of human knowledge. It is dynamic, it is growing, but it's not growing fast enough to continue being useful to keep improving these AI systems. So now what we need is what's called post-training. You need to create data that is smarter than the model itself. And over time, this gets harder and harder because the model gets better and better. And so we need to have experts that are smarter than the model to keep distilling that knowledge to improve the capabilities. Micro1 is a data lab, a data research company that builds RL environments to improve model capabilities across different domains like medical, finance, legal, coding, and a bunch more.
I'm still waiting to hear back from Ali's company on whether or not I'll be joining this workforce of human experts. But I wanted to get a preview of what AI training actually looks like.
So here it says, review this new prescription against the patient's chart.
Dr. Jeff Huang is a radiologist who's been working at Micro1 part-time for about a year.
So here we have a prescription for amoxicillin, 500 milligrams by mouth. You can see the agent decided to approve this order, but missed the allergen to penicillin, which is in the same class as amoxicillin. The severity is high. The agent output actually filled all 5 criteria. Here is where we start building our rubric, writing criteria for the task.
And this is where it learns.
Exactly. So if we click rerun the agent with the rubric, the agent's output went from a score of 0 out of 5 to meeting 4 out of 5 criteria. So that's a big improvement.
Does there come a point where you don't need a human in the loop anymore?
As models get very, very good in a certain domain, there's an explosion on humans that work in that domain, and there's an explosion on humans that train the AI in that domain. So there's actually like a massive net gain of jobs that happens. I think there's a lot of talk around unemployment and jobs reducing, but the stats actually don't show this.
Quick fact check. According to a recent Stanford study, early career workers have seen a 16% decline in employment over the last few years. Notably, employment decline is concentrated in occupations where AI has the ability to automate human labor.
I think this will be the single largest job category ever, with tens of millions of people working in it at some point, and maybe even hundreds of millions of people working in it.
Would you ever train an LLM to do your job?
Me personally, that seems like kind of childish. I'm not really into that. The amount of time that you're spending to train an LLM is the same amount of time that somebody that's already an expert in the field can do it themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I do that nowadays anyway at my current company, where I'm like building skills of like, this is how I approach problems and whatnot.
I feel conflicted about that. In one sense, I understand that there's a job to do, but I would feel a way about doing that particular job. Training something to replicate something that I can do on my own, I don't know about that.
Many people express serious concerns about training AI.
Fuck AI!
But Dr. Jeff felt different.
There's a huge shortage of radiologists right now, and is projected to actually increase to about 10% physician shortage in the next decade. So I was looking for another way to really apply my expertise, and instead of reaching maybe 100 to 200 patients a day, I could potentially help like millions of patients over a period of time.
Is my doctor using AI?
I can say your doctor is probably using some form of AI right now. As a radiologist, we interact with AI actually on a daily basis. I probably am using, at least 10 artificial intelligence models of some kind every day.
Would you trust an AI to make medical decisions for you? An AI doctor?
No, I would not. It still needs that human touch.
I read a statistic that they make better medical choices than real like ER doctors when it comes to triage. So maybe for that, but I'd like to think that I had like a qualified human that's like able to make choices for me.
Absolutely not. Like there's already bias in healthcare, so then you're training another LLM doesn't have the ability to really contextualize unless you tell it to. So then it's just like extra bias. It's just no.
For my primary healthcare provider, yes, but for a private company, no.
Ultimately, I feel like there'll be, maybe it's multiple doctors, there's still some human in the loop and whatnot, but I wouldn't say like, oh no, that's like not possible at all.
I wouldn't like upload it to Claude right now, but there are circumstances where I would.
And I feel like AI can be helpful in scribing, so we can pay more attention to the patients, but I don't think that AI should be anywhere near treating patients.
56.5% of people in our survey said no. They would not let AI make their medical decisions. Only 13% said they were comfortable with AI making all of their medical decisions, while 30% felt comfortable with AI being used so long as a human doctor was in the loop. I had to ask Jeff straight up, is he worried about being replaced?
There's a lot of talk about artificial intelligence replacing the radiologists all the time. From my personal experience, I can say that that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. A lot of the models that we work with on a clinical basis are actually, you can see that there are flaws. They make mistakes that other radiologists probably would not make. So I think that in the next 10 years or so, we will probably still have a job. If you ask me in 6 months from now, then I'm not sure. My answer might change, but we'll just have to see.
As AI does a lot of the work that humans were doing before, humans get free time. They invent net new functions that will require a lot of human expertise, which then needs to be distilled into the models. The rate at which AI learns knowledge base of humanity is likely to be slower than the immense net increase in knowledge. There isn't an idea of like, we have this static set of knowledge, we transfer it and we no longer have anything to do. That is not a thing. In 10 years, I actually don't think there is going to be as much change as people anticipate. Progress is going to be much more iterative than we expect. Everyone will have a lot of time to adopt to it. But yeah, I think it's going to be a massively net positive thing for humanity, and I think will create more jobs than ever before.
Out of all the people I've spoken to in the AI space, Ali is uniquely optimistic about the future of labor.
I didn't get the gig as an image evaluation specialist. I thought I was smarter than an AI, apparently not. What have we actually learned? First, getting interviewed by an AI is highly demoralizing and definitely bad for my soul. Second, I believe that Micro1 and other companies paying experts to train AI can give us a glimpse into the not-so-distant future. At least for now, AI systems still need a human in the loop to iron out creases, and the companies building the human infrastructure behind AI might be a good place to make some extra cash in a pinch, especially if you have an old PhD laying around. Still, it's hard to ignore the bigger picture. In many fields, we seem to be training the machines that will maybe even probably replace us, even if Ali doesn't think so. And though this might make sense for radiology, medical imaging, or data analysis, I really have to hope that our future is not being handed over to AI screenwriters and entrepreneurs, AI journalists, and AI YouTubers. I mean, come on, this is still my very first Soon video.